Hey, Doc, what are you doing? Hope everything is going okay with you since it's just me and the chicken zone here. How is the potential move down to Florida? I saw that you had signed a lease. I won't say where, but is it official? Are you a Floridian? Or you fluoridated? Or do you have fluoride in you now? Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. Yes, we're on the fuzzy 15-year-old laptop provided to me by work. And I just wanted to tell you guys, hey, um, and see how you guys were doing. I actually have enough bandwidth while I'm out traveling for work that I can do a live stream. So I thought I would do one or two while I'm out and about. Um, Good job. Congratulations, man. That's really good. And you had already said that everything was taken care of in the place that you were living before, so it would not be a problem. So that's really good. I'm glad. I understand. Has your family said anything, yay or nay, or what they like about it? Since it's just me and you. Hey, Casey, what you doing? I really liked your video on Old Man's Beard. That was a good video. Uh, Honestly, that was something I have not thought about in years. My grandmother used to show it to me. Really, Doc, that's interesting. KC, yes, yeah, it was. Yeah, I saw that video today too, Doc. That was a good video on stopping smoking. Um, hey, Sharon, what are you up to? How's everything going with you? Yeah, we got 6 people in here hanging out so far. 7 people hanging out in here so far. That's pretty good. Um, but yeah, the old man's beard was really good. Um, and I like how you compared it to a lot of the hanging moss. Yes, sir. I'm back in Tennessee. It's kind of where I live now. It seems like. Um, and Henry Ford used to do a lot of stuff with the hanging moss, and he would initially, when the Model A's came out, he used to pack his seats with it. But as it turns out, exactly, the hanging moss would carry a lot of parasites. So a lot of people got parasitic infections in their legs where their legs contacted the seats. And so there were actually lawsuits over the Spanish moss that hung down. Um, it was it was an article I read years ago. And so while Spanish moss is beautiful, do not uh, help to migrate it to your property because it's full of little bugs. Yeah, like little bugs. So it was an interesting article. But yes, sir, I'm back in Tennessee, back up here in God's country. Uh, yeah, and it's good stuff. Absolutely, what she says. It's really good stuff. It's potent. Um, it is indeed potent. Justin DeFlores. Well, hey, hey, Justin, come on in. Welcome. Yeah, yeah, she's got a good channel. Thank you for coming by, hanging out for a little bit. I appreciate that. Yes, ma'am. We have it here as well in Lower Alabama. Well, I'm not in Alabama, but down where I live, we do have it, and it is thick. It can be thick. Casey, while you are here, um, feel free to post a link to your channel. And guys, if any of you have any of your pertinent information that you would like to share about your channels, your groups, your mags, your cabals, whatever it is, feel free. Absolutely. Please post. I got no problem. Um, North Carolina, good place. I got a few friends up that way. But how is everything going in your neck of the woods, guys? How is everything going with y'all? Okay. Got kind of quiet. Okay, I'll start. Let's start the ball rolling. Food prices, gas prices. Tennessee here is I've seen 389 to 409. Um, oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, as well as an increase in all the general household staples. Yeah. Uh, Milk 4.15 a gallon down in Lower Alabama yesterday. Out cleaning is shedded egg pack right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are. But we still love you though. Did you get it all cleaned out? Half the time I give my crap to the neighbors and they just love it. 383 yesterday. That's not too bad. That yeah, yeah, that's not too bad. Um, it is. Um, Fuel prices are quite high right now. Yes, potatoes are low, um, unless you're doing keto. Long way to go. It's amazing how many 7, 8 by 10 shed. Yes, sir. I understand. It is. Uh, I'm very sorry. Okay, yeah. Um, we bought, or my wife bought me the hooch. Two 10-pound bags of seed potatoes, and I still have not got them put out yet. It's whenever I travel out of town, it's like I have 15 things to do, and I really need to do them in a hurry. Over, I travel for I travel for 10 or 12 days, and then I'm home the rest of the time. So, in between my travel time, it is crazy busy for me. Um, so I managed to find some, or she found some brown and russet seed potatoes for me, like 10-pound bags, in a white bag with a little plastic mesh window from Tractor Supply or the feed store. I can't remember. And and they're pretty good. I'm getting everything set up. Um, I let all the chickens into the area by the house just to eat all the grass and help till the ground. And then I put posts back in place yesterday. And when I get home, I'll stretch the wire. My wife said she was not opposed to high tunnel. I would love a high tunnel because that would free up a whole lot of room in the basement, so I wouldn't have to be doing the hydroponics and the grow lights and everything. I could do that outside, so that would be really good for me. But we were able to find potato starts, onions, um, green beans. Trying to think what else. Planted a whole lot of grapes day before yesterday. A new peach tree, stone free peach tree, and a lot of the roses around our perimeter property. Hey, Lady Farmer, how are you doing? I hope you are doing okay. Lady, you have been doing a whole lot of stuff. I've been watching you. Not creepy. Sorry, I've been watching your channel, and you have been very freaking busy. But we are actually probably going to have to replace 16 of our rambling roses because they just died. They didn't do that well. So it is sad and curious, and we'll see what we can do. But the way it is. How's everything going on your property, Lady Farmer? She is in the Philippines, actually. So she is in a whole different skill set mindset as to what we are doing. We got 7 people, 3 thumbs up. Okay. One of the things I have noticed catching up more cleaning since you're not solo anymore. Did you end up taking on a partner? One of the things that has been going on is just so much dealing with the increases in the prices from everything seed, starts, exactly, fuel, fertilizer. I mean, it is very expensive. I talked to my buyer today for all of my eggs because we do 20-ish dozen eggs a week. And I told him, I said, look, we're going to have to go up on our prices all the way across the board because everything's going up. And he said, well, you didn't deliver last week. And I said, no, I did not. I said, because now I have to incorporate everything into a travel plan. So without billing you extra, I have to incorporate it into another trip. So any one trip I do has 3 destinations just to justify, because that's just something that we're having to do. Absolutely, Lady Farmer. I have a friend in Tasmania, Australia. Good friend of mine. and we have talked back and forth for years. Diesel is $9.40 a gallon. Diesel, let me say that again. Diesel is $9.40 a gallon. That's US. $9.40 a gallon. Hey, Sergeant Rocco. Yes, I want to talk to you about what you and I had discussed. I am very interested in about that. That is specifically vague enough, I guess. Yes. I sent you a message also, so I don't know if you got it. I'm not really good on the Facebook because they kick me off half the time. Oh, you got the crud. My son has it. It's kind of it's kind of funny. My son, I'm 5'8". I'm a short fellow. My son is about here. He's like 6'7", 6'8", 300 pounds, and he comes up to me. He's my stepson, but he's my son, and he comes up to me, is big and is brawny, covered in tattoos, bald headed tattoos on his fists and everything, and he says, "Hey D, I can't really talk. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Boy, what did you say to me?" Um, so it's very interesting. Everybody in the house has been sick but me. Uh, Dumpsy Daisy, hey, how are you doing? Good evening. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming by, hanging out. Take it easy, Sharon. You have a good day. Dang, Sergeant Rocco, that's pretty tough. Yeah, yeah, especially in Serbia. That's expensive. But um, what else has been going on? And again, I try to watch this. I don't want to keep you on and drag y'all on like some people do. I have been asked to provide a syllabus and talk to some groups of people for prepping. It's interesting. Um, I've been asked for years to write a book or something like that on several different subjects. I've never done that. I might, I might do a course, something like that. Very interesting, Sergeant Rocco. Um, So we will see. I've always had it situated in place that I would love to do something like that, and but I don't know. So we will see. But I went ahead and committed, and I've done it before. I've talked to groups and everything, and I've given interviews with a bunch of the news agencies and everything as far as prepping. Apocalyptic Ben 3331 says, "Hey, I got a channel too. Keep up the good work." Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm not familiar with you. I guess you're new, but thanks for coming by and taking a look, and I appreciate it. And send me some content, and let me take a look at it, or I'll make a note and look at some of your stuff. Thanks for coming by, though. I appreciate it. Casey Little Hour says, go for it. Yes. I mean, it's interesting. It is interesting. And because it's a bunch of, you know, as it always is, it's a bunch of grandmothers or, you know, moms and stuff like that who want to take care of her, which is absolutely fine with me. I don't care about that. But that's, you know, how they want to learn how to take care of Justin. Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, we have talked about that avenue as well, but it's interesting. Well, cool. I'm glad some people know each other. Um, because I damn sure don't want y'all just to come hang out and listen to me talk. I want you guys to talk between yourselves because that's how we build community. Um, because from these groups, I have talked to people from Texas, and I'm in a deep South Alabama. Right now, I'm in Tennessee, all the way up in Manitoba, and you know, all the way across the water, Scotland, Tasmania. So, yes, this is what I want. And please, guys, feel free to exchange information. Post it as long as it's not some kind of porn stuff. And if it's porn stuff, send it to me privately. I'm kidding. Um, feel free to post your links on the sides. And you're the second person that says I have an accent. Savage, damn it, I can't remember his name. He said, you got a funny accent. And I'm like, what'd you say, boy? And and I was like, I don't I don't have an accent. I said, you talk funny. You're a Yankee. Yankees talk funny. I'm from the South. I talk normal. Um, thank you, Sergeant Rocco. That makes me feel so good. Um, but Doc, you're from the South. Is mine so pronounced? Thank you, Lady Farmer. I might have a drawl. I might speak slow, but I enunciate. Oh, along these lines, this was funny. I was talking to a young man in a restaurant or something like that. I was sitting with my wife, the hooch, and you know, we were out at a restaurant eating dinner, and and so I got up to go to the restroom, came back, and and then I sat back down at the table, and this kid came up and said, "Can we get this?" And I was like, "You need the chair?" And he said, "What's a cheer?" And I said, "Cheer, boys. What the heck? What you put your ass in?" And he looked at me like he was, you know, big eyed. Uh, Sorry. I said, "Cheer, cheer, boy." I said, "It's what you set your ass in." And he looked at me and he says, "Yes, sir, can we borrow your cheer?" And I'm like, "You didn't sound right when you said that. It's not a cheer. It's a chair." But I guess it sounds like I said a chair. Um, but hang on, I'm catching up on it. Have a hard time. Too much slate. Are you kidding me, Lady Fart? Okay, well, okay. It's more pronounced than mine. Really? I have no idea. I'll be damned. Okay. Beg your pardon, guys. I will. I don't know. Okay, I'm reading Sergeant Rocco. We slowed our prep a bit, mainly because Phil get 18 months, 2 years without much spell timing, yes. Absolutely, Sergeant Rocco. I understand completely. We're the same way. I do 6 months, 6 months of, I don't mind telling this, I do 6 months regular storage for 6 people. And long term food storage can go a lot further than that because I need people to contribute and help. Um, so, yes, I understand there comes a point when I am here with my regular deep pantry. Um, any mosquitoes? EB Bud? Yes. EB Bud down in Alabama, don't go to picnics because the mosquitoes will take your children. There's stories about that. Um, Asian markets a lot. Yes. I love going to the Asian markets because they have so many good herbals that are still root bound. So you can buy like, dang it, I got lemon balm growing up to my neck, but all my lemongrass died. And you can go to the Asian market and get like 10 or 12 fingers of the lemongrass for really cheap. Um, Transferring everything over, we did lose a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The price is definitely higher. Yes, better. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I tell you what, I like sticky rice, and I'm not supposed to eat rice really. Uh, Tortillas. Dang it! Give me some street tacos with real street tacos. Give me some street tacos with some really good sauce and some damn mole. Nobody sells mole here. MOLE sauce, which is chocolate peppers, roundabout, kind of not really. But yeah, man, nothing like mole sauce. Before I fell into love with women, I had long planned on retiring in Mexico around El Salto Lake. You can look it up. It's a beautiful, wonderful lake, full of fishing, and uh, and I have always associated myself and felt more at home with Latinos and Mexicos than with any other group in my life. My wife says, "You speak Spanish?" I say, "Yeah, yeah, a little bit, a little bit. You know, enough to talk and navigate." And she says, "Well, okay." Um, but it's very interesting to me because most people don't, and I eat. You know, you can't really call it Mexican food, and you can't really call it Tex-Mex food because I like authentic Mexican food. I go to the places where the gangbangers go, and I pull up a place and I'll buy a beer and I'll buy 2, 3 beers and then I'll give them my beer and then I'll get me a tea and I'll eat. Those are the places that I like to eat. And hang on, I'm catching up. Street tacos, yes. Cilantro with pineapple, yes. Yes. Street tacos or pork canitas, are really good pork canitas. with mole. And I said, you got mole? No, no, senor, we don't have mole. Like, God, come on. Can I go sit in the kitchen and eat? And half the time they say, yes, I can go sit in the kitchen and eat. And so I go sit in the kitchen and eat, and I get the mole because it comes in a big old, they keep it in a big plastic jar that they pour out for the kids. So I'm sitting there in the kitchen at the Mexican restaurant eating mole with my dinner with like 6 kids. Don't care at all. I'll buy their dinner. I don't care. So that's, yeah. Um, oh man. Yes. Doc, I apologize. From what you told me, she was a powerful cook. So yes, sir. I won't talk about it no more. Sorry, Doc. One day at a time. How are you doing, dude? I just talked to you earlier. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Hope everything's going good, man. Hope you're getting some rest. You gotta go to work in a little bit. Um, yes, sir, Doc Falcon, you did. Justin, I agree 100%. You cannot have good food and comply with the health code. That's the way it is. Who eats goat? I eat goat. Who eats goat? The stringier, the better. Love me some goat. Oh my God. My wife says, I'll go into the Mexican restaurant and I'll talk to the lady and she and I'll be talking and I'll say, cabrito? And she'll look at me like, man, what's this white guy want with goat? And I say, yes, ma'am. And she said, see? And I said, bring it on. And I say, mole? I ask her, you have mole? She says, no. I'm like, come on, you got freaking goat. You don't have mole? The way it is. But they don't. No, they have goat, but they don't have mole. Man, I love freaking goat. It is good eating. Hang on, I'm catching up. How did we get to talking about Mexican food? Lived in Haiti for over 6 years. Goat Euro. Man. Be safe. One day at a time. Have a good day, man. Get some rest. I know him pretty well. One day at a time. He works nights. So for him to pop in uh, is really cool because he's going to be going to work in a few hours. Really, I've had alligator a few times. Um, it was pretty good. Um, I have to say, I like the swamp cabbage more than I do the alligator, though. Man, I love goat jerk. Or yeah, jerk goat jerk. Man, that was some good stuff. It really was. Never had the chicken. Maybe I did, but the goat. No, something about the goat is just so much better. Yeah. You cook gator, KC, little owl. That's interesting. You can get it here Gator jerky. Never had that. Never had that. Just had like the kind of staples that everybody had. Nova cheese. Okay. Um, I mean, growing up, it was. I mean, we were poor. My mother and I lived with my grandparents, and it was while she was going to college. It was, cornbread, pinto beans, greens, whatever came out of the garden. I will absolutely try, Justin and KC. Absolutely. When I can find some place that has it. But you grew what you ate and then you canned extra. And it was just, somebody shot a deer on occasion. I mean, it wasn't like everybody was fanatical about hunting. And it wasn't hunting season really. It was just like people were hungry. So, you hunted. And it didn't matter about in season or out of season because the game warden knew that you were, or the family was raising, six people, and he was making $3,000. Well, not 3,000, like $13,000 at Kimberly Clark a year, and so the game warden kind of looked the other way. So, that's what you had, and you ate the commodity cheese and the peanut butter, and because it wasn't, they didn't call it government cheese or any of that stuff at that time. It was commodity, so I guess it was extra, but it was like big buckets of peanut butter, honey, different things, and everything. Drop biscuits, yes sir. Granddaddy showed me how to make drop biscuits when I was a kid. You make your drop biscuits. He'd get up in the mornings before he'd go do pulpwood, and I'd get up with him 4 o'clock in the morning, and he would sit up and make drop biscuits. And he would take a spoonful of bacon grease and he would smear that bacon grease across the top of it. Cat heads. Interesting, KC. Cat heads, in my opinion, are about that big. Cat head biscuits. Uh, Rabbit stew's pretty good. Yeah, I've eaten. I've eaten that. Okay, how about poke salad? Granddad, that's one thing Granddaddy would not eat. He would do whatever, chitlins, rabbit, squirrel, whatever. Um, he would not eat poke salad. He said poke salad was cow food, and he wouldn't eat that stuff. And for people that don't know, poke salad, POKE, is actually POLK. I spelled poke salad, poke salad. It is a toxic plant, and you have to do a few things. KC probably is familiar with eating with poke. I have eaten poke root. Wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people because it will clean you out and make you see Jesus if you're not careful. Um, Poke root is absolutely. Yeah, I understand, Casey. That's what my granddaddy said. He said that. He said that's cow food. I don't eat it. There is a way to prepare it. I'm not even going to say how you prepare it because it is really, it can be really toxic. Um, but there's a way to do it, and like I said, you'll either get better or you'll die, one or the other. Yes, ma'am, it will. Soviet Union. I'm reading Sergeant Rocco what you're saying. if you wanted to buy something, deaf. Very interesting. Very interesting, Sergeant Rocco. Very interesting. Um, but Poke she is a very harsh lady. And she will make you regret a lot of things that you have done. So that's why I won't even say how you prepare it. Root. Um, it is a very harsh lady, and you have to be very, very respectful when you are dealing with Poke. Polk. Poke. Root. Um, yes, poke salad, Annie. Yeah. Have a good evening, Casey. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good evening, and you and your family have a great few days. You be safe. Guys, if you have not subscribed to her channel, um, I wish she'd left something. Um, Casey Little Out. Hang on. Maybe I can do it. Let's see. I usually have a moderator that does it. Okay. Thank you, Casey. Let's see. Okay. Hang on. Dupsy Daisy, I am trying my best. Add as a moderator. Thank you. Okay. Dupsy Daisy is now a moderator. Super easy old style Italian meal. Doesn't have a name. We used to always ate it when we were in the States. That's cool. So, yes. Dupsy Daisy, let me know if that worked. Yes, Justin, she does. She has a really good channel. I hate that her channel hasn't even hit 1,000 yet. She's got a lot of good information. I know a good bit about herbals and foraging and everything. She knows a lot more about it than I do. Thank you, Dupsy Daisy. Thank you very much, guys. Click on that link. Subscribe to her. I would. It would make me happy if people had subscribed to her and got her to a good point. Diced old tomatoes, the same thing. Yeah, like rotini. Slow. That sounds good, Sergeant Rocco. That sounds really good. It does. In the times that are coming, these people that had asked me going back, I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon. I don't want to keep y'all guys much longer. Up everything. I'm reading, guys. Yeah. Um, and it's just like they were saying, well, we got flashlights in a box and we got matches, and I'm like, I guess that's good. Um, but and then they say, well, what can we do? And I'm like, oh gosh, guys, come on. I ain't the one. You know, I'm just trying to get by myself. Um, all that to say this: if you have any thoughts, suggestions, comments, concerns, please send them to me. That might help. I think I'm going to do like a series uh, attached to the channel somehow. Oh yeah, beans and pasta. I'm going to do a prepping from beginning to end, 10, 10, 10 part series, something like that for these people. That's what I'm going to do. Sergeant Rocco, interesting thing you can do. You can also take those beans, like pinto beans, lentils, whatever it is you want to do. You can grind them up and you can use them to actually bake a decent loaf of bread. That's something I was looking to do. Um, oh, cool. Okay. That's something I was looking to do because you can make a very nice, hearty, dense loaf of high in protein, which is what we want, really. You know, we got our carbs, you got your pastas, your eggs, all that stuff, your rice, complex carbohydrates, all the good stuff. But this is something you can do with those 400 pounds of beans that we all have stored away. You know, you can take those beans and plant them. Yes, yeah, you sure can with the cranberry beans. I know I'm familiar with what you're talking about. You can also take those beans and you can plant them, and you have a decent germination rate, about 50%. I'll try to do some videos on that. Dupsy Daisy, also for serious preppers, get a thermal pot so you can save energy. Yes, actually, it is. It is a very good way to do that. You can cook covertly, I would say, and you can cook and regimen your calories, thermal calories that you need with. Think of thermos cooking. BC Blades, BC Truck. Come to your house video. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Justin. Uh, Dude, I went to my wife and I. We did like a day date, and we went to the. Actually, I'll stop that and mention Hodge 1455. You're actually right. You're completely right. You can take the beans and you can plant them, just like I was saying. You'll have about a 50% germination rate. Pinto beans, lentils, whatever it is, if they're within a year or two dry, and you will have a 50% germination rate. 10 plants or 10 beans, half of them will germinate. Now, of those, say three go to vine. Well, that's fantastic for something you've been storing for 2 or 3 years. So, Hodges 1455, while you were trying to say something funny, you've actually said a good truth. Thank you. But yeah, it and it works. I think we might need to do that. Um, there's so many ideas and stuff that's going on. But yes, the thermal pot is a fantastic way to do it. Um, you can, build the straw boxes and all that stuff. Fresnel lenses. Oh man, I did a lot of stuff with the Fresnel lens that I had. Go back and look in the old videos. I'm supposed to be getting another one. There is humor in real life. Yes, there is, good sir, as well as tragedy. But we try to focus on the humor. Absolutely. So good point, Hodges. Yes. Um, I tip my hat. Um, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. We've been on here too dang long. Y'all got stuff to do. instead of listening to me talking at her own. And but I have to say, I have enjoyed talking to you guys. And yes, Sergeant Rocco, I still can't find a freaking coffee grinder. I have looked and looked and looked. I found a corn sheller while I was out traveling. Dude. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sergeant Rocco, absolutely. She sounds like an amazing lady. I remember reading a lot of Corey Ten Boom stuff and The Hiding Place. And so it was, you know, that was always very profound. Um, damn. Yes, sir. I have been looking, Doc, um, and I know they sell them at Linton's, Linton's, brand new, kind of, sort of. I have always wanted one of those, and I wanted one of the hand crank record players, not a Victrola, really, because they make them for the Amish. Hand crank record player. I just can't pull the trigger on paying the money for it. A glass one? World Market. I've never been to a World Market. I don't. I'll have to look and see. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys coming by, hanging out with me. As always, it is fun and interesting talking to you guys. It is. It is similar to a gramophone, but are they vinyl or are they wax? That's very interesting. Or are they wax rolls? I love it. I love it. But a lot of people don't know we incorporate so much of Yiddish, which a lot of people consider a dead language, into our conversations. Um, how many of you guys have ever had a kibitz or kibitz? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Sergeant Rocco, I'm sure, could. Old 78 hand vinyl, hard vinyl, delicate. Yes, yes. So, or if you sit and procrastinate like you and I are talking about, we're kibitzing, and we're not uh, getting to the point, beating around the bush, I guess, or the klimt. Um, Very interesting stuff. Love it, love it. That's why I like talking to people from all over the different world. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Take care of your people. Sergeant Rocco, Doc Falcon, Hodges, Justin on the last little bit. Dupsy Daisy. Guys, give her a hand. Her, him, Dupsy. Okay. Never mind, Dupsy. Maybe I'm being too nosy. Give Dupsy Daisy a hand if you would. Absolutely. I am on Telegram. I was on Signal. I am on Telegram. Uh, and just dang it, I'll send you a message or something, Sergeant Rocco. Heard. Okay. Thank you, Melanie. Or Melanie, thank you for all that you have done this evening and thought, and thank you for all you will do in the future. I may do another one of these tomorrow while I have signal. I don't have enough bandwidth traveling or at home to really do these because other than that, it just looks like pixely kind of stuff. Uh, yes, sir. Um, we'll talk about more serious stuff tomorrow. Um, I just appreciate y'all coming by and hanging out. Take care of you people, guys.